Heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name. But if I did, well really, what's it to you? It's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much, couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
Hey, it's JD here, and welcome to Remembering Gord. I'm joined as always by Sarah J. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good.
Sort of fucking weird question.
Literally.
You know, we just
I'm
watched
good,
3.5 minutes of memories flashing before our eyes, and some of those photographs are really powerful. And you know, going through it today, man, there's like 2 images that are blurry and there's 2 that are repeated, one that is repeated, so it's like, god damn, my QA.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, so far I haven't heard anybody nitpicking like that, but
hey, my eyes didn't catch it, so you're good. Usually I'm the one that's like, oh no, check this. I'm just, because I always check to make sure we're live everywhere, and I'm just looking at everybody over on Instagram commenting already and hanging out over there. So join us over there on Instagram. Beautiful. There's a chat going on over there for sure. But yeah, already it's like, oh, everybody tuning in. Just so nice to see everybody randomly on a Friday. How wonderful. Let's find a positive here. How wonderful. We all get to see each other.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
If you can't gather to get strength, with your people, then you know what do you have, right? So
Truly,
here we
truly.
are.
And that's really, like what the event was too. Like was such a wonderful gathering of our people. That was just so much fun to all to come together that night, and what we've been doing on Sundays and everything. It's a really beautiful community. So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Oh,
See what everybody's talking about. Try to keep up with everything. I love this.
yeah. I don't see it on my end, so it's a
No,
drag.
you don't see. Let me see the Instagram comments. I think if you go on there, let me see. We have Chris Crawford is on here. Hey, girl, what's up? She said the positives are all the family we made along the way. Totally. Totally.
Absolutely.
I've said this so many times, especially this past year, and just having people, in your life that are just like, there. That's how it's been with you and I, not even just like creatively, but we've talked about it, behind the scenes,
Yeah.
just keeping each other rolling during
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
crazy journey of life.
Oh
Truly.
man.
Truly.
And it's funny, I don't want to bring everything to that, but it uh it is crazy because it's fleeting. And you don't know when the fucking boss is going to push that button under his desk and the trap door opens. And that's fucking real. So, we lost a brother. We lost a leader. We lost a hero. We lost an icon on October 17th, 2017. Sergey, where were you when you got the news?
That was an interesting time because my grandma was really sick at that time.
Okay.
And then, like, Tom Petty died right around that same time too, didn't he? Like,
You're asking the wrong fella.
I think that was around the same. Was that the same year? Like, because I remember that being a big thing too. It was just like, it was this time where it was just like, maybe there was somebody else that had passed away too. And it was just like this
Well,
weird,
there's Bowie.
there was like, and
Bowie
that was,
died pretty close.
yeah, that was like earlier in that year. Now I gotta like look this up because I have to know now.
Oh, there you go. Adam from Tampa says 2 weeks earlier. So that's Tom
Okay.
Petty. And Bowie was January 2016. Okay, beautiful.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was like in the January sometime around there. But yeah, because that's what I remember too, is that makes sense then. Yes, that Tom Petty had passed away first. And that was like, I mean, and I'm not really a Tom Petty fan, but as a music fan,
Oh, right.
can't,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
can't dispute anything when it comes to Tom
Greatest
Petty.
hits is a must own, right?
Literally, and his whole band, you know what I mean? Like, I've been
Yeah.
reading Mike Campbell's book, and he's such an iconic guitar player, and their keyboard player, just all of it, their whole band as well. And so like that was a big deal. And 2 weeks later, Gord passes, and it's like, holy fuck, and so it's just like these massive holes. And Bowie had died in 2016, so it's like these massive holes in the musical landscape are just like, shit, I want to go up to wherever the next ethereal plane is and go see music there. That's where I want to go. Now that like Ace Frehley is gone now too, like, can we just like go on tour and whatever the next plane is that people go to? Like, seriously. Thank you for looking that up for me too. I was like trying to get the facts and I couldn't do it.
See, that's my memory. I know October 17th. It's in my calendar. So I don't know if I know it because it's in my calendar or I just know it. Because again, my memory sucks.
You just know.
So
Well, you asked me the
completely
question, so
forgot the
let's
Petty
ask
thing.
you this question. You
Oh,
always ask people this
I
question.
do know where I was for sure. This time I remember. And again, maybe I remember because I've listened to it. Me tell the story on other podcasts. I was newly on disability, and I didn't really know what to do with myself. So I would try and go for a walk every day, and I would walk to this one particular Starbucks that was the farthest one to me, to just sort of push myself a little bit, because I put on like a pounds and pounds of weight, and I was just in a bad place. But I sat in this chair every day and drank my coffee, my cold brew, and I'd write. And I got a notification on that day, October 17th. I don't know what day of the week it was. I think it was a Thursday. I think it was like toward the end of the week. Let's get our crack staff on that one.
Somebody look at the calendar from 2017 for us, please, guys.
Yeah. So I was sitting in this chair and I got a notification, and it was like, holy shit. Like it hit me very hard. I don't want to say it hit me like my parents hit me. But it was definitely out of the ordinary for somebody that I had a 10-minute encounter with. And I don't know how it is that we can all feel so close, but I guess that's the gift that he gave us. This community again. So we all do feel so close. We all do feel like we lost a brother. And I felt like I lost a brother that day. Somebody who had been singing to me since, 1989. And I don't know. It was surreal. It was very surreal.
Just reading what Chris has to say over here. Oh yeah, Chris had all the facts over here. I love this. She's amazing. Yeah. Same month, 15 days apart, she says.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she said she loved Tom Petty longer, but Gord the most. He's the only other artist in her hip bar, she says, is Tom Petty. So, like, think about that, though. Like, for her
that would be
just
gutting.
like love both of them so much, and then that like, fuck, I couldn't even imagine.
No.
Like, oh, that would be so sad. Like, sad doesn't even describe it. That would just be devastating, I think.
It's a hole. It's seriously, it's a hole. And it's a bucket of regrets, because you start to think all those opportunities that you had to see them that you didn't
didn't take it. Yep.
Or,
oh yeah,
all those years of thinking, like, why didn't I go backstage and have beers with them? And now that was never going to happen again. Now, I didn't know at the time that I was going to end up meeting the four guys that are surviving Gord in the band, but this podcast has opened those doors. So that's been really wonderful to rekindle my love of this band through these podcasts. But to just know that there's
yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't think we'll see anything like this again. And that's silly, because of course, maybe hundreds of years or whatever, maybe they will. But dude, I think we're pretty lucky to be living when we're living.
Yeah. Yeah, we've talked about this a few times in different scenarios and with different people, you and I, over the past year, whether it was on like a live stream or we've had the conversation with different people, like offline and like in person and everything on that same subject of how, it is fascinating too, that just what happened and what everyone was a part of and everything in terms of this band and the impact and everything, and how like it just isn't, and it's just one of those things where it's everything lined up perfectly to make it what it was.
Right.
And that's really what it is. It was just the exact perfect combination of all the right things. Like, you wouldn't be able to do it again because you would have to the formula would have to be the same, and you couldn't do it again. You couldn't do it again, you know? So,
Yeah.
but it
Even the
is, it's
idea of a band busting their chops, in this country is they did it in a different, in a different time, didn't they?
well, and me and Marley actually even talked about that last night. We reiterated like what Craig and I talked about when he was on my show. And that has been reiterated many times by every Canadian band, as traveling across the country. And we were looking at different parts of the country because everybody knows geography is not my strong suit. If you listen to anything that features me, geography is not my strong suit. So we were looking at a map of Canada and everything, and I pointed that out to her about like how far, the major cities
Oh
are
gosh,
of like
yeah.
trying to travel. And so it was an interesting conversation that her and I were even having last night. And that's even now, like when Craig was talking about it, he's talking about even now. So think about 40 years ago, etc. Doing that.
You just and what's crazy is you hear people tell stories, seeing them in pubs in university towns and saying this band was like unlike anything I've ever seen. You read the college newspaper reviews, and people are calling it in like 1988 and 1987, and they don't even have Up to Here out. Like, this
That
is
was
how
something that
dynamic this frontman was,
well, that's
and
something
tight
that
this band
really was
was.
interesting to me. Like, for me, was something that was intriguing of like my passion for this band is there's not very many bands that even if I really like them, I don't love their early stuff when they're still trying to figure themselves out,
Right.
Like a lot of times I don't love that. But for me, I feel like listening to the Hip in '87 is just as fucking good as listening to the Hip from 2016. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, all of it is just fucking phenomenal, and it's very
Yeah.
interesting to me because there's not very many bands where I can say, like, "Oh, I love their just really early, grimy, just raw stuff because 'cause they're still trying to figure themselves out as much as when they're accomplished musicians and artists and whatever, and so for
The
that
only
right
other
there.
band I can, the only other band I can think that has that sort of trajectory is Radiohead.
Yeah.
Like a big mainstream band, like that start like you listen to like Pablo Honey, and it's like straight up, rock and roll, and then the Bends is like they start to write anthem rock, and then they totally make a right turn, and then every record since then has been a right turn on the right turn.
See, I
And
don't know
the Tragically Hip
Radiohead
were
stuff
so
like that.
great at that.
Yeah.
The Hip were just so great at just every time you think you know the answer, they change the question.
I can't speak on Radiohead like this. I don't know that.
Oh, that's cool.
So
No, that's cool. Yeah.
that's interesting. Okay.
It
No,
just
I
popped
like
into
that.
my head. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I would like to know if anybody else has any kind of perspective on that. Like, if they have a band that they also feel that way about, like, is there, their early incarnation, you love as much. Sometimes, bands have their growing pains always, and so you just kind of not love listening to it. But, even the really early raw live stuff, I love just as much as any of the polished studio stuff, because it's just all good, because they're just really great. So, but
yeah, it's unreal to have a career as long as they did. And I don't want to rewrite history, and simultaneously it's disappointing to me the way the band feels about some of their catalog, because I feel so strong about the entirety of the fucking catalog. It's so, it's all just so good. And today I've been listening to Gord's stuff. I've been listening to Gord, and right now, the song, oh my gosh, the sound coming down. Craig, help me out.
Oh yeah, we need Craig right now. My brain's not braining that
He's
well
there.
today. He did
9/11 one that ends in the Gordy, that ends in the hockey thing. Oh shit! Why can't steeplechase? Thank you, Jamie.
Yay! You got there yourself.
Yeah,
we're so proud of you right now.
yeah. I didn't even look it up.
Okay, so what were you saying? So you're listening to that song today. Now you can't.
No, I've just been listening. I've just been listening to Gord, and I'm really grateful for Kirk and Justin and Craig, who we just were talking about, for really educating me and the community on, the deeper grooves of his catalog. It's not a surface. It's not a surface. It's as rich as fully and completely is to the hip. It's there's no gimmick.
It's a
and
lot.
we get into the poetry, and I listened to one, and it was like listening to something brand new. It was like listening to something brand.
Well, that's how it was when I did my deep dive into everything. I think.
Right, I forgot you did that.
Yeah. I think it was like 2 months. And it's funny because then it just resulted in my my tattoo and our adventure and everything. So that was like 2 months of a really, really intense deep dive, because I had very little prior experience with Gord's solo work. And I first would listen to the album, and I would spend a bunch of time with that album in all the different capacities, driving around and hanging out and in the headphones, and, just kind of becoming one with the album for a while. And then I would listen to the episode, which sometimes would take a while because they're an hour or sometimes longer. But like things like that, I don't passively listen to podcasts, because if I'm going to listen to a podcast, for me, it's something that I want to absorb the information. And especially with things like that, like I was making notes along with
of course you
guys. Of course I was. Along with you guys saying things. And like Craig and I talked about that when he was on my show. That everything that I was talking about, or like I was making notes of, he would like bring up on the show. He would hit on it. So then I would listen to the episode, and then I would go back and listen to the record, because you guys had talked about it and dissected it. So I wanted to go back and kind of like pick out what you guys had talked about. And then I would actually listen to the episode again. because it was such a really perfect companion guide. And I think that, and I'm not saying that just because I love you dearly and I love all of those guys dearly. Like, it's not because I love you guys so much. Like, that's not why. But, like, legitimately, because Gord's catalog, like you said, like, it's not surface level music. Like, it can be when you've already familiarized yourself with it, and there's certainly albums of his that, for me, like, The Secret Path is not something I'm gonna listen to passively.
Right.
So, like, there's different, points to different albums in his catalog. But I think that when when you're gonna look at his albums and catalogs totally, like, it's something that has to be digested and understood and maybe that's not the right word because you can't really, like, understand it, but you know what I mean? Like, you have to just kind of immerse yourself in it and kind of, like, understand the references and the points that are trying to be made. And so that's why I think, your podcast series with that is, like, perfect. It's like a perfect companion guide because it's necessary to discuss that music, to understand it and digest it, I think.
Yeah, there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it is. And I think that's what it is it's, if you're really gonna get into it and be like, obviously all of us are here that come together and do it, like, we listen to music differently. And so, and I think that was really cool too, is having the guys that you had on there, like, everybody brought different points to it and picked out different things, noticed different things. And that was really cool because everybody was totally on point, even if they were making a different point. And that was really cool too. Yeah.
That's the art, right? That's the art.
Yeah. So that was it was literally like spending a day in the art museum with your besties. Like, that's exactly what it was like. It's just like walking around and looking at the art and talking about it. And then everybody's like, well, this was my favorite one, but, like, this one was my favorite for this reason. And it was just, like, a really cool way to also learn how each of you guys, like, digest music and think of it and interpret it. So
I thought of it like a book club. That's how I thought of it.
Yeah, totally.
It was a book club that we recorded,
And what an intense project for, like, all of them to go through too. Like, I had done it and it was a lot. So I can only imagine, because they were prepping for a podcast episode. So, like, that's a lot. So, I mean, kudos to everybody for, doing that and digesting it and taking the emotional roller coaster too with going through the catalog. Like, that was the thing for me too. There would be some albums where I would have to just kind of take some breath for a little while.
There's some that are a heavy blanket,
Yep.
an anxiety blanket.
For sure.
Do you want to know something fucking crazy?
Of course. Of course I do.
Gord passed away October 17th. On October 16th was the anniversary of the release of Away Is Mine. And on the 18th is the 12th anniversary of Secret Path. His death is bookended by his posthumous record and arguably his most important record.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me.
It's wild. Yep. There's a lot to kind of marinate on there for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, god damn, why didn't we record that episode? What happened? I want to I want to take the blame, but there were 4 of us.
You are the ringmaster, though.
Plus our tech people,
Somebody dropped the ball hard.
Oh yeah, I've just felt so sad, especially because we didn't record it the year before.
It happens, but we got it this year, and that's what matters.
That's right. Yeah, I've got the whole thing. If anybody wants the entire thing, I don't know why you would. I'll send it privately.
Send it to me. I want it, of course.
Do you? Yeah.
Of course I do. Of course I do.
It's got the intermissions in it and everything.
I love it. Yeah, send me. No, I want the whole video from the whole night for sure.
All right.
I do. Yeah, I definitely do. Oh. Chris wants to be added to the chat so she can show us her bar.
Oh.
Do you want to send the link in the membership?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, I would say put the link in there. Sorry, everybody, if I'm like, I got like this weird sinusy like thing that's happening.
Oh, my eyes are sweating a little bit.
Like your actual eyes are sweating?
It's code. It's what men say when they're crying. When they're misting.
We're all misting. It's okay.
Yeah. It's a misty kind of day.
It's okay. I've done well. I think it's just because my sinuses are all jacking up, so it's like I can't cry. I can't cry too right now.
Correct. Well, we're going to be joined by the Tragically Hip's ultimate superfan, Chris Crawford, in mere moments, and we'll lighten things up a little bit. A day like today doesn't need to be straight ahead somber. Like I'm going to listen to Introduce Yourself all day long and, sit in a warm bath and just cry. It can be thinking of those funny moments, those bits of laughter, that you
and being super grateful because if none of it would have happened, then you and I wouldn't be talking right now.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Bam. That deserves a little peace pipe.
I love you, dude. It's been an awesome fucking year. Literally. So.
It really has been.
It really has been.
And there's more to come.
I know. There's so much more to come. I'm so excited. Y'all ain't getting rid of us that easy.
I don't know. I sent it, I think.
Did you put it in the chat, or did you send it to her privately?
I sent it to her chat.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. That's something I would have loved to have done. Smoked a joint with Gord Downey.
Literally.
Yeah. That would have been, man.
I think that's what I would maybe pocket if somebody was like, it's interesting if probably prior to like right now, I probably wouldn't have even been able to come up with like 3 wishes, or they would have been like really lame. But I'm going to hold that in my back pocket now, just in case I ever encounter like somebody with like a magic monkey's paw or something.
Yes. Yeah. keep that one.
Now I'll be prepared with a really good fucking answer instead of wasting my, you get 1 wish and what is it? And I'm like, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
So now I have an answer. Thank you. Keeping that in my pocket.
Oh, that's good.
Too funny. Well, that's the nice thing too about today. We were talking about positive news from today, and Chris brought it up. You had posted too. Today is the first year of World Containers release.
That's right.
So
yeah,
that's some little kind of.
Yeah, I was going to listen to that today. That was my
direction.
plan, and then it got superseded by this. Like I've just been off the rails.
Yeah.
Listening to this.
Of course. Hold on. Let me see.
Whoops. Well, if you're just joining us, we are just remembering Gord. Probably one of my favorite memories is like my favorite memories, period, is him calling me James.
You told this story. I remember hearing this story.
Yeah.
Tell it.
Yeah.
Tell the whole thing. Tell everybody.
Well, my friend, they were doing a benefit show for Camp Trillium, which is a children's camp for children with cancer. And the campsite is in my hometown. And so because of that, I had a connection through my friend Heather, and we knew where the show was going to be and when it was going to be and everything like that, but it was a secret show. So we had that in, and then there was a bunch of other people that had ins too. Like we weren't like alone in line when the fucking banner went up. Let's put it that way. There was probably, close to 100 people there. And it wasn't a big theater. It was Hamilton Place Theater. Anyway, the idea was that after the show, which was opened by Divine Right, they were going to, we were going to go backstage, and we got comped the tickets, actually. Heather and I got comped the tickets as well. So we were third row. We were like third or fifth row, dead center. By Divine Right opened. They came out and they played almost all of Phantom Power, which I don't think had been released yet, if I'm not mistaken. And it was tremendous. And so afterwards, we went backstage to give them some T-shirts and to thank them on behalf of the Waterford Lions Club for all their tireless work for Camp Trillium. And I was just sort of gawking. I was just sort of in a fog. And Gord Downey was bouncing a basketball or a soccer ball off his own hands and then rolling it back. Off his own hands and then rolling it back. And I don't know if you've ever seen somebody do that, but he was doing it like quite effortlessly. And he looks over at me and stopped doing that and said, are you all right? Or something like that. Are you all right? And it was a question to which I was able to answer, yeah, I'm right. I'm great. Something along those lines. Yeah, I'm great. I could walk out and get hit by a bus right now and it wouldn't matter, And he's like, oh, don't do that, James. And that was fucking magic. That was just so magic. Just the cool that it dripped with. And
didn't you mention too that like only people in your family, like your close relatives, have really called you that? So it was like a moment.
My mom.
Yeah.
That's
it. Yeah. I remember you saying that in this story, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I told Patrick that story.
I love that. That just gives it that little cherry on top. I love that.
Speaking of cherries on top, how about we get some? If I'm the ice cream and you're the syrup, let's get some cherries here in the form of the Tragically Hip's ultimate superfan, Chris Crawford.
Yeah.
Would you join us now?
If we
How's
had
it
like
going?
Good, how are you? Hi.
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 Wow. I'm not a computer person, so that was really difficult. But I did it. So here's
Well,
my
you did
first.
it and you're here.
This is Little Bones. Bonesy.
Aw.
Hi.
Hi, little
And then,
bones.
and then there's Goodnight Josephine.
Oh my
And then
gosh.
Hank Longshank. He didn't get a hip name. Okay. Are you ready? I don't
I'm
know where
so
to
ready for
start.
this. I'm so
Okay. Well,
excited.
I'll try and so this I stole off a street sign at the Watts tour. These, this.
Wow.
So yeah, so well, this is one of my a shot board. I love that. I don't know how good I'm doing here, but
You're doing amazing.
okay. So let's start
Wow.
over up here. Well, back here is all. So we got like our backstage passes. Oh, a Sum 41, a Black Sabbath Slayer, Tom Petty, and of course, the Hip. This
Oh
poster
wow.
I stole off of a bar wall when we met them. I was like, "There's no way I'm leaving that on the bar wall. Who does that?" Sure. So they're kind of ripped in the corners, but then up here I got these made. Can you
What
see
does
them?
it say on the
No, I can't see
label?
it. It
Okay.
looks like a
Oh,
Crown Royal bottle to here.
yeah. So this one is fully completely on the label.
Oh shit, that's so cool.
Yeah. And then I have a Tom. I'm so short and it's the top shelf. Oh, this is my Tom Petty one. Buy me a drink, sing me a song.
Oh my gosh.
And then this guy.
Wow.
This is from the. Oh, I'm so short. This is really short, tall. Okay. That's why they're on the top shelf. This is Tragically Hip, Kingston, Ontario.
Holy shit.
That is
So,
so cool.
a little fun
Yeah.
fact you can go right on the website of Crown Royal and you can have them made for free.
That's
Oh.
cool.
Cool, right?
That is very cool.
So then I got,
Yeah.
What a
like I
fun
said,
random
Tom.
gift idea or something.
Yeah, right. Or wedding or whatever. So
Yeah.
there's my other only Tom. And then this. So back here is all like out of box sets and stuff. This a lady sent me that she's seen my bar. This is very important. My granddaughter, when she was born, surrounded by all Hip albums.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wow.
Yeah, and then of course the soup label. And my three pistols. I have the three pistols filled with tequila. So this is all my Hip booze. I don't know can you see?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
And
yeah.
Hip bong, if you can believe that, day for
Fuck
night.
yeah.
Oh, I can believe it.
So yeah, that's that. And then I got these little light up things. This is one of my favorite things, the coffee girl.
Oh, that's so cool.
And then again,
That poster I want. That's my white whale
that
right there.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my white whale. I want it so bad.
So these are my set lists. Can you see?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So see that ticket? If you planted it, it would grow. But of course, I kept all my tickets.
That's cool.
My friend stole me this Fiddler's Green sign. It's actually a street sign. Put it on my front porch with a bow, and I was like, "The fuck? Are you trying to get me in jail?" And so more set lists, autograph set list, and then these are signed, and then more, and this, love that. More signed, more, and then over to this wall, more posters, and my daughter made me that, and these are Christmas cards that my girlfriend sends me Every year she makes them that I met through the hip, and a Bastido post picture. And this is another very cool thing. We made this for Bob Cajun, and then we ended up at the Key to Bala, and then we got it all signed, which was cool.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then records and a secret pass set list.
Oh, which show did you go to? To the one at Brett Thompson Hall?
Yeah, in Toronto. And then my
Yeah.
buddy made me this. And then, of course, then, you got all your other, more Tom, and this. And yeah, so this, and of course, beer pong and pool. You can't go wrong.
Yes, what a very, very, very cool space.
Thank you. Thank you. It's been a long time running.
Yeah, literally, though. That's amazing. I want to know some more. Like, please send me some information about that lady that makes the cards.
So that's Burgundy. She is she's my absolutely best thing that I ever got out of Gord Downey. And we're like this to this day. I love her. And yeah, she makes me one every year and sends it to me. And so when we got in this is a really good piece. Can you see it? Hip helpers sign in here.
Oh, I love that.
So my husband stole me that. We were leaving Guelph Lake, and I was like, "Don't fuck." I have a problem with stealing posters. All these.
I was gonna say, like, how many things?
But who's leaving them behind, bro? You gonna walk away and leave hip helpers sign in here? I don't think so.
No,
I go, you have to go. I said, you have to go get me that. So we were stuck in the lineup. He jumped out and he threw it in the truck, and that's that story. And that's one of my favorite pieces. And then when we did the Bob Cajun DVD, like the documentary, they filmed our garage. And it's a different garage, but if you look on when you open up the thing in there, you can see all that on our wall. And the guy, he said, we just got a parrot, and I trained this parrot to say hip, 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 right? So the guy comes in and I'm like, okay, Benny, what do you say? He's, baby. I'm like, no, bro, it's hip, hip, hip. But anyway, true story. Like crazy stories.
I love it. I love all the stories.
Oh, I really wanted to show you guys because I knew if anyone's going to appreciate it, it will be you guys.
Oh, yeah.
Totally. Oh, my God. I would be in there like a museum, like looking at every little detail.
So, it's funny. The guy that Practically Hip, he was friends with the guy down the road. And so the guy said, you sing for the Practically Hip. He said, you got to see her bar. I said, yes, come, we'll do it. We'll have a shot, right? So he come down. He couldn't even speak. He was just like fine tooth comb. He said, he said, that's a bar. So yeah, it's been
amazing.
It's been like when you're saying about Tom, I was devastated because when Gord got sick, I said to my husband, I go, what am I going to do without Gord? Like, what the, and I said, well, at least we can still see Tom. Bam, Tom, Gord, boom. My whole rock and roll, the two of my absolute, I never miss Tom and I never miss the hip. Like, for me, the worst is May. When you get the email and you plan your summer around the tours, right? So, well, we can do London. Oh, we should hit up Hamilton. Yeah, we can maybe do, So very difficult for me. Very difficult for me.
I bet.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad I got to show you guys.
That was absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and I won't keep you. And guys, if you're ever in my area, you are totally welcome to come in, stop in, talk hip and listen to hip and drink some hip wine or something. I never actually opened any of them, you know that? I never have. I just buy them and put them up there because I don't know. Yeah. But that's
Jamie and I like going on adventures. You never know.
Anytime. Honest to God, anytime. I'm like in the middle of nowhere. So I'm outside of Shelburne. It's not really the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah. So anytime, just message me. I'm always here.
I love it. I
All
love it.
right.
What a very cool fucking space.
Thank you.
Definitely super fan.
Yeah.
Well, it's a long time coming, and I wished I could have been there, but I have three, like I said, three dogs, and it's tough. So, like
Yeah.
my daughter used to live at home, so then it wasn't a problem. You just right, but
Yep.
she now has her own place with two dogs, and the two boys don't get along, so that ain't happening.
Yep. Yep. The
But
logistics of it all.
so I'm very sorry that I wasn't there. I really wish I was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
All
You were
right.
there in spirit, totally.
I certainly was. I was when I messaged you in the morning. I was looking to get who won so I could send them a congratulations. He goes, "It's you." I go, "What? Oh my god!" I go, "What?" But if it's a nice title to carry, and anybody when I posted, all my friends were like, "Is there other better fans that bigger fans than you?" I said,
I
"Yes,
love that.
absolutely,
Oh,
there
that's
is."
great.
I love that.
But it was a
Well, yeah.
very nice for you to host that and do that, and I really appreciated that.
Well, thanks. Yeah, well, maybe we'll try it again next year, and
I will
you know,
make sure that I
give
am
it
there
another
next
spin.
year. I
Fuck
will
yeah.
make sure. Yeah, that sounds
Well,
good. Okay, I'm gonna
excellent.
slide out of here because
Thank
I'm
you
not good
so
at
much.
this.
It was
But
so
I
great to
Oh,
wanted.
no,
meet
you're
you.
great.
Thank you.
All right, cheers,
Thank
guys.
you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Now, for anybody who is listening to this on the podcast feed, just know that it's also live right now on the YouTube feed. So once we complete this live thing, it'll live there because you want to see that. You want to see that tour. If you listen to that, it's not going to be as impressive.
Truly.
That's all I'll tell you. Yeah, it's a visual tour. So, and podcasting is tough for that one.
Yeah. So this one, go and make sure you at least watch the segment of that. Get the visuals.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was
Plus, then you
awesome.
get to see us. We get to look deep into your eyes, caress your hair tenderly, worry, wonder. Yeah, I don't know.
Check it. See what we got for comments.
Anniversaries ultimately are curveballs. They're just curveballs because you're mourning all the time in your subconscious. You know, you're processing memories and experiences and feelings. And these things go through your head when you hear a song, when you hear somebody call you Jane, when you read a poem or write a poem, and it feels Gordian. This is a 365-day affair, and October 18th, 17th rather, October 17th is it's just a day to commemorate that person and to think about that person, but it shouldn't be as heavy as it is, like celebrate the good. I know there are people who are reluctant to listen to the last record, and I'm one of them, and it probably needs to come sooner than later, but later it is for now.
And that's okay, because it all happens when it's supposed to. And you know my whole viewpoint on that, and anybody that tunes in regularly and listens to me jargon on knows how I feel about that. And if you listen to the Discovering Downey shows, and Craig brings it up, and I think if I remember correctly, Kirk had a very similar story with one of the albums, and then Craig reiterated on his episode with me was, he had albums that were sitting on the shelves for years completely unopened. That project forced him to listen to him, and it was time for him to receive whatever messages it was from that music that he was supposed to. And I firmly believe that's the case with everything, but especially with music. So, when it's time, it'll be time. And there'll be a reason why it's time, especially with something like that, there will be a time, and it'll be the right time. So.
Yeah. Yeah, you're smart. That's probably right.
I know I'm right.
Hey now.
My nose is everything's nasally, guys. Sorry.
Yeah, mine is all the time. So I feel like my voice is completely always through the nose. But we should probably bid you adieu at this point. Thanks for showing up, or thanks for watching.
Yeah, Chris mentioned you. She said thank you for letting her join and and show the bar. That was a lot of fun.
Remember, go to YouTube to watch that if you're listening.
Totally.
Yeah, and subscribe while you're there.
Might as well, so you don't miss it whenever we're over here hanging out.
That's right. Totally. So I hope this was good for you. It was good for me. So smoke if you got them, and pick up your shit.
I've heard there was a secret chord that David played, and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to a kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. You say I took the name in vain. I don't even know the name. But if I did, well really, what's it to you? It's a blaze of light in every word. It doesn't matter which you heard, the holy or the broken. Hallelujah. I did my best, it wasn't much, I couldn't feel, so I tried to touch. I've told the truth, I didn't come to fool you. And even though it all went wrong, I'll stand before the Lord of Song with nothing on my tongue but hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.